Want to stop juggling spreadsheets, calendars, and a dozen apps just to run your rentals? Logify makes it easy. It's an all-in-one toolkit for hosts. Build a direct booking website, automate guest messaging, and keep all your channels in sync. Running your rental business your way has never been simpler. And for Good Morning Hospitality listeners, you can get 20% off any yearly plan with code GMH20. Just check the link in the show notes to get started today.
Welcome to Good Morning Hospitality, your one-stop shop for the latest news, noteworthy trends, and thought-provoking discussions across the industry. From hotels to short-term rentals to all things travel and hospitality, you'll find each episode equips you with the information that you need to start your week. Join us on Good Morning Hospitality every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts. Good morning.
Hello, Sarah.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. It was so funny. I'm laughing because right as our countdown was happening, I was totally taking a big swig of some caffeine. So I was like, how much caffeine can I consume before we go live?
I always get nervous. I take one last sip. I'm like worried I'm going to like choke on the first word.
I mean, that would be funny. Like
spit out everywhere.
No.
We're back, and you got no Christmas tree behind you. I don't have my cozy sweater today, but we're gearing up for holidays here. I know we're going to talk about that here. Are you going anywhere for the holidays?
That's a great question.
I'm not going to make sure with the exact dates so people chase us down somewhere in the streets.
I know. No. I am going to the U.S. Virgin Islands. And then I come back for a day, and then I'm going to be going to Pennsylvania. So yeah.
You got everywhere you're going. Well, I'm going up to the Northeast. We talked about it in Boston, so I'm excited to go up there and check out all the fun stuff happening. So any recommendations from you all that are Boston locals or travel there, let me know. I'm always looking for some fun stuff to go do.
Yeah, no, Boston's awesome. You know, it's funny that you bring it up because it's like, I know a lot of people that are going to Boston around this time of year. So, yeah.
I just want some cold weather. Miami down here has been hot, and we'd like to just switch it up. Like when everyone's leaving the cold, we like to go up there for a couple of days, see what's going on. You know, we're not big skiers, our family, yet, because we don't have it around us. So we like just to go up and walk around the cold and have some nice holiday spirit in that.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's a lot to do up there, which is... it's always interesting. It's funny because it's like I always think back, like there was a slight possibility that I was going to go to school in Boston, and I was like, oh, it might just be a bit too cold. But
so Georgetown, you're what? We're going to go to Harvard?
Yes,
MIT.
I was going to go to Harvard. Not MIT, no.
I don't know. I'm seeing what else is up there. Boston University. Where is that?
Boston, yeah. BU's up there.
Look at us. We got a smart girl here. We got a smack girl. On the
smack her. Can you imagine if I had I was like, oh my gosh. A smack girl.
I got Sarah from Harvard.
Oh my God. I can't.
Anyhow, look at her. We got people coming here for news, and look at us.
Look at us. Well, we're just kind of trying to get it.
It is. Yeah, we're getting It's our last show of the year. We realized.
It is. Which is so
traveling.
crazy.
There's so much going on. It's crazy how the year flew by, and I'm sure you all feel like that are watching too.
I know. Yeah, we were talking about it, and it is going to be our last show of the year. So get it while it's good, guys.
We'll make it a good one today.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I swear my caffeine is not kicked in yet. Yeah, so it's interesting. It's wild how quickly this time of year goes. I don't know how. I mean, I'm sure you feel the same, but when it comes to work stuff, I always find this fascinating. It's like people that try to start up like new things. Like what I always feel as though it's like you've got somebody and they've had a checklist and you're probably at the bottom of their like to-do list and they're finally getting to you right before the holidays. So I wanted to talk to you about this new idea. I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that you thought of me for this new idea. Can we start in the new year? Because inevitably you take a call, you like move things around, you make it happen, quickly get on the call right before you're getting on a plane to go away on your holiday vacation, and they're never to be heard from again. It's such a, it's so weird to me. I'm like, why don't let's just talk in January? Like
Yeah,
make it
it's
make
tough.
it happen.
Everyone's trying to get things done before that holiday rush. And
Yeah.
so I feel that right now. I was just talking backstage with our producer, Will. It's like, man, I have so many things incoming. I'm grateful that I have all this business coming in for all different
True.
things. I
Hmm.
just want to make sure I do a great job for everyone. So it's using the team, delegating the
Yeah.
right way, really trying to get things done before everyone kind of packs it up. And if they're not packing up, they're getting super busy on the floors at their hotels and resorts
Hmm.
because of all the travel. So I feel you. I'm trying to get it all done. So as soon as I'm off of this, I'm off to another meeting at a hotel. So
Of
we'll be right.
course you are. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. Well, with that being said, should we go ahead and like dive into some of our topics for today?
I think we should. We got some good ones.
Yeah, we definitely have some good ones. Oh, no, I'll talk about that later. I was actually going to do it. This made me a quick shout out to what I was doing over the past couple of days, but I'll bring that up later when we go into our
Ooh, what do we
our
got?
real-time recap. Radisson individuals aim to meet demand for local character in upper upscale hotels.
Upper upscale.
Upper upscale. I know this is hilarious. So basically, the brand with Radisson brand, they've been reintroduced to us in the Americas as an upper upscale brand. They're really kind of focusing on properties that are offering a distinctive hotel character. We have seen this time and again. Obviously, everybody's going super hyper localized. But I love that they're kind of saying like, hey, we're back again, but like new, improved, and a little bit more elevated. So they're really aiming to they're really aiming to emphasize authentic experiences, local culture, design, cuisine, amenities, all of that. So and this was just, obviously as a reminder, Choice acquired Radisson in 2022. How are we already? I feel like we just reported that.
I know. Another year flew by, but I like seeing what's happening here because there's certain brands like Radisson is one of them. Like you don't know what it really stands for anymore. Like back in the 80s and 90s, you had the Radisson, the Sheratons, and the Crown Plazas, and all these kind of brands that I would love to see. I would love for us to be able to work on it and say, hey, let us help you build your messaging and your brand story because they have great names, but just no one knows what they stand for. So I like seeing that Choice has made Radisson their upper upscale, unique, localized hotel. But if they can really do it and do it well, I think that they will have a great shot at getting some younger, new generation to travel there. Because there's some Radissons around that I go to. I'm not hating on all the Radissons, but they're just kind of worn down. You feel like you're walking into your past, and you don't really want to stay there unless you're just kind of like need a place to stay for a night. So I think by doing this, you can start creating some destinations again and really bring that Radisson name back up to where it should be as one of those historic hotel names.
Yeah, well, and it's great because again, with the right team in place and behind, like from the brand perspective, really making sure that every single property that has that nameplate, like outside their hotel, that they're operating at a certain service level, certain standard, they're up to date, they're renovated. I mean, that can really shift things around. I personally love seeing that when you've got like a specific brand, and next thing you know, you go in and you think like you have an idea of what that is, and then you go in and you're like, oh, okay, this is new. We've elevated this, and then next thing you know, they're back on your radar again.
Yeah, because there's some that are in great locations. Even where I'm at, there's one. Listen, I don't know the team there. I just want you to know, like, I think that you could be excellent. You're on the beach, on Miami Beach, in the heart of everything. And I think some of these things that if you embrace could be a world-class kind of hotel. So I'm excited to see if they really push this through and which Radissons they're going to start with this with. So Radisson, if you need us to do a little walkthrough, let us know.
We will. We'll be there. Camera's ready. Love it. Love it. It's so cool. Cool to see that kind of happening. All right. In the spirit of Christmas, this is a fun. There was an article that came out. Actually, it was We3 Travel. They curated a list of over 30 hotels across the U.S. that have exceptional Christmas experiences. And why I love this is I've been to a couple of them. But that's also what I was doing last week in Lake Tahoe at the Ritz-Carlton. I mean, that property is so fantastic.
And they did a great job for you. Christmas tree in your room. Were they fake wrapped gifts? Is that what it was too?
There were fake wrapped gifts. I mean, that property was phenomenal. It's gorgeous outside. By the way, all the things that they did, like, I mean, they made me feel like a true guest. And the way that the feeling felt in the suite is I was like, I want to wake up on Christmas Day in here. That was exactly how I felt. So they did a great job. But what did you see on this list? Have you seen, because I can go through a whole bunch of them.
Go through a couple, because there's one in my mind that I want to like finish off.
Okay.
On
So the first one, and that's the first one that they talk about, Gaylord hotels. If you've been following me for a while, you see me at a few Gaylord properties. I got to do Christmas at the Gaylord Rockies, just outside of Denver, as well as the Gaylord Opryland, just outside of Nashville. And wow, they do it out. If you have kids, you have to, at some point one year, take your kids to a Gaylord property for the holidays. It's great. It's not just, come, they do a couple of activities. You literally are staying in a winter wonderland. There are activity. It's so cool. So cool. I mean, I'm a big fan of the properties.
I'm gonna see the ones in Orlando. I have one in Orlando. That's the closest I got to me. So I gotta go check
but they're great. And then what they also do is every year, so each property hosts a thing called ICE. Some of the properties might have a different theme. Last year it was the Polar Express when I did the Gaylord Opryland. And basically ICE is like, it's an experience that you walk through, and you basically walk through an all ice world. And literally,
I see it here. It looks awesome.
It's insane. I remember reading about it and being like, yeah, and then I did it, and I was
like, I get it.
And I was highly impressed because even as an adult, and there's even a little slide, all that sort of stuff.
Good morning, Jim. Good to see you.
Good morning. We got lots of people, by the way. Shout out to Lonnie. I know that Gaylord Orlando. Thank you, Lonnie, for joining. Good morning, Jim. We've got Vishal that's joining us on YouTube. So yeah, it's really neat. But even what's cool is that even in non-Christmassy locations, when hotels get in on it, I love that. So there's even the Little America Hotel in Flagstaff, Arizona. They've got a cool like North Pole experience. So they have like a little Santa's workshop, which is another great one. But what are some of the hotels that you saw?
Well, it's not on this list. So I'm going to give shout outs to my Miami Beach hotels, because they do a great job down here, because everyone comes down. So to the Fontainebleaus and the Lowe's, and these hotels really go all out. But the Breakers in Palm Beach now is going all in, and they went even bigger this year. And so they want people to go check that out. So I'm excited to go check that place out. But I think the one, I don't know if it was on the list or not, but the Plaza Hotel in New York City, they didn't list. And that's like the Home Alone hotel. You have to go
that is the Home Alone hotel.
And I want to go. One of these years, I'm going to book it and go and take my kids, because we watched that movie now multiple times already this year. So just this month. So I want to go up there and check it out.
It's so great. No, I love seeing like what they're, I mean, that's a iconic classic hotel. One of the ones that did make it on the list was the Hotel Del Coronado in San Diego. And if one has not been there, oh, wow. Talk about, so that particular property, first of all, when you just walk through it, it feels like you're walking on the Titanic. And then when I did the research, I think it was actually built the same year that the Titanic was. So that checks out. But they do an ice skating rink there, and they really go all out. So especially these like older icon hotels, when they really get into it,
because you feel that warmth in there. So for listeners and viewers, if you're watching now, does your hotel participate? Let us know here in the comments. Just give us a yes or no, and we'll give you guys a shout out here, because we really,
and like, how big do you go out? There's another one they also mentioned in California. I have yet to go to this place. It's the Mission Inn, and it's in Riverside, which is one of the reasons why I haven't been there. So it's kind of like 45 minutes from me. It's an old historic hotel, but everybody's like, oh my gosh, have you been to the Mission Inn? And I was like, no. But in this particular article, the photo, I mean, oh my gosh, they have lights everywhere. Lights on the palm trees, all of that.
I love it. That's what I like seeing. I like when they put the time and effort into creating those displays.
Yeah.
And when I saw another one, not related to this, when you were in Charleston at the hotel with the general manager, he got listed as well. So I saw him post something on LinkedIn today, and Travel and Leisure. So a lot of cool things going out there. So great shout out to everyone that takes the time to really invest, because it does cost money to do it the right way, and to have the team put it up and to maintain it throughout those next, they take it through January 1st, usually January 2nd. So Good job to
Ooh.
everybody.
Another one on this list I just saw, the Historic Hotel Bethlehem in Bethlehem, PA. I will actually be in Pennsylvania for between the Christmas and New Year's. I don't normally go this time of year. Fun fact, my mom married my dad in the Hotel Bethlehem. That's where they had their reception. So I might have to say, Mom, we got to go make a quick stop through the Hotel Bethlehem right there. But that's like it's so cool. It's just
Historic hotels, right?
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. I'm a big fan of that. So I'm like loving this list. I'm still going through it. I might even feel like we could share that link somewhere because that's a fun link to just
fun link to go through. A lot of good stuff on there.
Totally. 30 is a lot of hotels. So yeah, the holiday season is all around us.
That's official.
It is. It is.
Are you listening to holiday music in your car? Are you a holiday music listener? Look at her laughing. Yes or no? I can't tell with that smile.
No, absolutely not.
Sarah's a Grinch.
Okay.
That's why she's wearing green today. I get it.
I'm just gonna say this. Until I worked for myself, like full time, I worked every single Christmas, which was fine. I didn't mind. So basically between Thanksgiving and Christmas, the amount of Christmas music that I would hear, it would just be like, can we just vary it up just a little bit? So it's a lot. So for me to actively put on Christmas music in my car, I don't know. I've had enough for several lifetimes over.
Well, I have it on with the kids in the car, but then I'm usually podcasting something. So
100%.
But I do like it. Like I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday, it was a little stressful. I was like, let me just put on. I typed in Spotify holiday cocktail jazz party, and I listened to that. I was like, all right, this is nice. I think this as I go.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
No holiday music, please. I'm with Sarah here. I don't know who that is, but it says LinkedIn user. We're gonna look after her on the notes.
Yeah.
Listen, get in the spirit, guys. Okay, get in the spirit.
Okay,
as long as you're in the month for the month, okay. And I don't like I told you when we gave that speech in November, they were playing Mariah Carey on November 3rd in the airport. We can't have that.
They were.
But Christmas time, holiday time, get some Hanukkah music on in there. Let's go.
So yeah, the holidays are very interesting to me in the sense that, first of all, if you have kids, completely different story. Like if I had kids, it would be going all out, like 100% for sure, because it's for it's for the kids. It really is. So yes, if I had kids, I would be listening to it in the car and everywhere and whatever. But I think what was always tricky, and this is also being in Los Angeles, so where you've got it's a mixed crowd. There were a lot of people that were Grinches, and I'd be like, Merry Christmas on Christmas Day. Okay. I feel like you are allowed to say Merry Christmas on Christmas Day.
Yes.
Whether you celebrate or not. It's not.
I celebrate both. I got Hanukkah and Christmas. I do both. Mm-hmm.
I would get so much pushback from people that were like, we don't celebrate. And they would be so rude to me on Christmas Day. And I'm like, I clearly am not celebrating either because I'm here, but I'm just trying to be nice.
LA coastal elite.
Oh my gosh. It was like Christmas. It would just drive me crazy how people would just be so rude. And I'm like, I get it. Not everybody celebrates, but just smile. Like it's cool. It's okay.
Well, we got Antonio Racias was the one that said no music. I'm with Sarah. He's the LinkedIn user.
Antonio.
I work with him at the Lowe's, and I know you got that playing all day over there.
Oh
but it's they don't go all out Christmas.
Well, you're asking if I'm a Steelers fan rather than the Eagles. Okay, so first of all, I'm just gonna number one, football and I. Come on, no. But I do appreciate that you think that I would be more NFL versus college. So I would probably lean more that way.
Georgetown didn't have a football team.
No. Yeah, for sure.
Your debate teams you were cheering on over there.
By the way, hey, hold on. I should put on my glasses here. Let me just tell you.
You do have a beautiful. There's Sarah from Georgetown. That's Sarah from Georgetown right there.
Oh, we got props.
Sarah from LA right here.
No, Steelers is west side of Pennsylvania, and I'm from the east side of Pennsylvania, so it would have to do Eagles. So sorry about that, Jim. Sorry. Wait, I was saying something, and now
sidetracked. I don't know. We got premium lounges going on. What's happening?
let's talk about. Yeah, we'll just move on. Man, we totally
Sorry,
just
everyone. Holiday last show. Tighten up.
Last show. My caffeine hasn't kicked in. Oh man. Anyway, so there you go. Happy holiday music to everybody. I'm actually gonna be traveling on Christmas Eve, which will be fun. I like that.
Oh man, you'd see Santa fly across the sky. That'll be cool for all the kids on the plane.
Dude, Santa's gonna be flying in first class next to me. Come on. Okay. Let's talk about some travel topics, huh? You
Let's
ready
do
for
it.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, so the U.S. Department of Travel of Transportation, the DOT, has proposed new regulations to enhance passenger protections during significant flight delays. So their proposed measures are basically mandatory, and we've talked a bit about this: the mandatory compensation of at least $200 for delays of 3 hours or more. And the obligations, which we do, and most obviously try to do this best that they can, obligations for airlines to rebook passengers, coverage of expenses for meals, lodging, etc. But it's an interesting time because it is a very busy time of year. I actually was saying all last week, 'tis the season of airline delays. So
yeah, we saw it during Thanksgiving time with that big storm that came across.
Oh yeah.
A lot of delays, and I'm curious to see if this was put into place for a lot of those people. But it's hard when you're getting that many millions of people, right? We said 3 million people was the number one travel day right after Thanksgiving. So I'm curious.
The day I flew.
You were there, eyewitness, so it's now
fine
to see what it's going to be like. I'll be traveling during this time, so I'm curious to see what it looks like during the holidays. So will be interesting. But yes, it needs to. I think this will push people to be more efficient and be on time. Jim, what is he saying?
He's like, he's
too much. Oh, look at all these haters.
No, not hating. This is
Grinches.
You know what it should be? Just more people need to do Christmas music.
Yes.
We just don't need 15
the same classics now. But there's a lot of new pop ones. Put on the new pop ones. Let's see.
Yeah, that's all.
Gwen Stefani's got one out there now. Kelly Clarkson, all these guys.
I know. And then, but people want traditions. I get it. It's always it's an interesting whatever, people are. But I mean, I was delayed Monday. I flew back from Cancun. Oh my gosh, that was the longest travel day ever because I was in Tulum. So we had to drive from Tulum to Cancun airport, which is about an hour 45-minute drive, get there early, and then my flight was a little over an hour delayed. So I was supposed to land back at the airport at 9:30 p.m. I didn't get back until I was in the car heading home at about 11:15. So keep in mind, I left the hotel at 3 p.m. East Coast time and basically got home at just about midnight LA time. So it was a full 12-hour travel day.
Did you qualify for any of these delays?
No, I did not.
I think 3 hours is a pretty long time, but I know that happens, especially during bad weather. So let's see what happens here. I will keep our eye on it. I'll be reporting back anything I see. I'll make sure to save the notes for our next first of the year show. Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Okay, let's talk about premium lounge experiences. You consider yourself a lounge lizard?
Yes. And we talked about this where I got upset that I couldn't get into them.
I know.
But why don't you give the bullet points here? I have some ideas on this.
Okay. So this was cool. So Skiff Aviation Forum, they had Amy Bernard from American Express Travel kind of talking about the different innovations in the lounge experience, which is cool. So talking about how to basically what they're looking at when they're designing a premium lounge experience for today's traveler. Lounges have been very interesting, especially since the pandemic, because they were trying to get more people in them. Then they've been full. Now they're trying to kind of wean out, the not as frequent travelers so that it's not so full. It's definitely been an interesting time. But some of the key things that they're looking at, obviously, like they're looking at their Centurion lounges in high traffic airports. How can they up their premium dining offerings and certainly play into the local elements, which is kind of cool. Partnerships with different chefs. I love that. Mixologists, which I think is wild. And then introducing just new features like whiskey bars and different like regionally themed cocktails. I was actually going to say the Centurion Lounge in Atlanta. I love that they have a whiskey bar. I mean, I'm not drinking the whiskey, but
Cool,
I thought it's a cool vibe because it's like you have every corner, you have like a little different nook that's you can kind of tuck away into that has a little bit of a different feel. But talk to me about your lounge thoughts.
I'm a big user of lounge. Like you said, you go on 100 flights this year.
Yeah.
I go on 5 or 6. So like I look forward to having my chance of, hey, I've been a loyal customer to American Express. I use your card for everything, so I have access to it, and then I can't get in because it's too packed. And then when I do get in, it's been a mess the last 4 times. So what I would like to see, because I was talking earlier, is I'm helping master plan a 1,000-room hotel in the Caribbean as one of my projects now, is why don't we do this for the airports, right? Why can't the entire airport be like this?
Yeah.
Have little, like you said, nooks and crannies in every area of the
airport. That'd be cool.
And kind of really master plan this versus the leasing out to some of these places that don't add any value or kind of run down. Like I'm starting to see more and more airports do this.
Yeah.
And where they're really managing what is in there and driving more people into this, like a kind of mall-like experience at some of these airports.
Completely.
And I would rather hang out in the terminals versus having to fight to get into a lounge that I can't get into half the time without having to wait. So that's what I would like to see. More of the master planning of these airports to create these upscale hospitality experiences. And maybe there is like a little fee that you pay to get into those zones, but at least there's many of them versus a handful of the lounges.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that idea because I mean, at the end of the day, you have more options in the common area. I mean, I was thinking, so I got dropped off pretty early at the Cancun airport. I was able to get into the lounge. I had some work to do. And sometimes why I like to go into lounges is that you get access to food and you don't have to necessarily pay extra for it. So that's, especially when you're traveling a lot, that adds up. If I were to eat a meal every time. But like sometimes the quality of what's in the lounges isn't necessarily that great. Delta Sky Club, they're doing a great job. Obviously Centurion, they do a great job as well. But this was, it's in the Cancun airport and it's not necessarily specifically branded with somebody. So they tried to do a good job. I mean, they actually, I should take that back. They did do a very good job. It just wasn't stuff that I necessarily wanted. But when I think about all the different offerings that were outside, like part of me was like, I should just get out of here early and like get the food I actually want outside. So
yes,
I love what you're talking about.
I'd rather have that. Like I would rather pay for my meal and have it be, because we won't say which lounge it was in, but it was more like an employee cafeteria food. Like it was like ziti with like cheese that I would never put on there. And half the stuff was out. I was like, man, this is just rough. So
yeah.
And it was in multiple locations, right? So I'm like, all right, I had to visit 3 of them. I'm like, all right, this is not what I like anymore.
It's interesting. It reminded me of, so I was in the airport in Taiwan when I was, Taipei. So I was flying back through Taipei to come to LA when I was coming back from Asia. And it was funny because the gates, so it was like an immersive experience. So each gate, like boarding gate area, represented like a different destination or feature or whatever within the country. And it was kind of weird because it's like they had like nature sounds playing, and I'm like, am I in like an immersive experience or am I at like an airport gate? But what I loved is that it had that, and then you had kids that were kind of able to explore that area. But I mean, the more I think about it, I think if they redesigned and reimagined the actual airport experience and made the common areas fun to be around, I think that would be a very, very different travel experience versus just now. I mean, it's pretty clinical and standard.
I see Paul Manzi asking, do airlines get a pass as transportation vertical and not held to the standard hospitality company? No. They do not, unless you're a small little regional airport. Sorry, Paul. What I mean is like, what I would like to see is that you have these lounges that are ultra popular, right? You know that there is a demand for them.
Yeah.
Because people are fighting to get into them. I waited 25 minutes just to get into one to eat terrible food. So if we can find and create things around the airport, there is an opportunity for the right provider to team up with the airport that's usually run by their cities or counties to really put in a great experience. And you're starting to see it a lot more in other airports. Like I was just watching, I don't know how I got this black hole, a documentary on Shenzhen's airport and how it was designed by Zaha Hadid and all the cool things going on over in China.
Okay.
Like, it's a beautiful, it looks like an artwork. It looks like you're walking through an amazing place and it's just an airport, right? They could just be transportation, but they rethought what the experience should be. So I love the question, Paul. Always good to see you on here.
Very good question. Yeah, absolutely. I guess it all ends up being what people and what the business is focusing on. I mean, they're just focusing on trying to get people through as quickly as possible, but it doesn't mean it can't be an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, I mean, I see now you got ultra design brands like Gucci and Chanel and all these people in the malls. We can do some nice restaurants in there.
Well, yeah, I find that so funny. I'm like, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Buy a Louis Vuitton bag right now.
Yeah, that's what you did, didn't you? I thought you were walking around with one.
Obviously. So yeah, interesting stuff with airlines and what they're doing with the lounges. So let's kind of get here to our last topic because I'm just looking at the time. So everybody's betting on more luxurious experiences. So cruise lines are next. Their big bet is going to be on billion-dollar private destinations. So major cruise lines are really investing heavily on developing private islands. We've already seen this happening, but they're going to continue to do so. Like Royal Caribbean's expansion of a perfect day at Coco Cay, featuring water parks, private beach clubs. MSC Cruises Ocean Cay Marine Reserve, focusing on eco-friendly tourism, which is neat, and a marine conservation. Disney Cruise Line's development of Lighthouse Point in the Bahamas, emphasizing real cultural experiences and environmental sustainability. These are, it's cool. They're taking a little bit step further, you know?
Yeah, I like this a lot. Like, have you been to any of them? I've been to Coco Cay and I've been to Disney's other island. Have you been to any of these islands yet?
Not funny. I've actually never been on any of those.
So here we go. I've been somewhere that Sarah has not, and I'm excited to talk about it here. So perfect day at Coco Cay.
Okay,
I love it over there. So here's what I've realized in talking to the teams over there. But I like it as a guest because it's like the best resort setup. Just there's no hotel. The hotel is the cruise ship.
Yeah.
So you have multiple pools, water park. You got a quiet area, you got a zen area, you have a party area, you got a kids area, you got great merchandise, you got everything there. And I had a great time there. I enjoyed it. Like I just wished I could just go stay there instead of going on the cruise. Like I actually enjoyed it that much. Disney's was cool because you're a part of it in the Disney bubble. You got the characters running around. If you like that, that's what's going on. But I see it very clear. You used to stop at like Labadee, Haiti, and you used to stop at these kind of like port towns. And now they're saying, look, you don't have to go there. We're going to capture your money over here. Come on over here with us and we'll continue to capture your money. So it's not going to the local like directly as it normally would. But when I did go to Coco Cay, there were still people there that had their local shops on the island. They set up their booths. So I don't know the economics, but it's a way to capture and really control the entire experience for your guests all the way through. So it's interesting to see how they do that.
Now that I think about it, I feel like I've been to Coco Cay, but are there a couple of? Is that?
It's one major big one. You would know. Like it has a giant water park slide. It looks like half of it's like
No.
World area.
I'm looking at Lonnie's comment here about zip lining because wherever I went with Norwegian, it's now been a couple of years. There was a zip lining thing, and I did that. That was a lot of fun.
They set it up like this is their space, their island, and so they control the experience versus going to some of these ports where you're like, oh my god, these locals are harassing me.
Yeah,
you're ultra safe in some of these places.
Yeah,
right when you're getting on and off. So I like it very much for that. It's like being at the best resort you can be at without the hotel building. The hotel is actually your ship.
Totally.
So I enjoy it very much.
No, it's cool. I did. I've done Virgin. So I did like the little beach club area at Virgin. So that's a nice little setup that they've got going on. So I've done a couple of them. Just I haven't been on a Disney cruise.
Listen, it's I enjoyed it. There's adult areas.
And for sure. Kid,
great. Really pricey though for what you get. Right, you're in the Disney bubble there, so it's twice the price of a Royal Caribbean cruise. And my kids now like Royal Caribbean better. So
Okay, interesting. Hey, I mean, look, there's an option for everyone. So, what more non-airline lounges at the airport, especially credit card companies and banks? Yeah, that would be an interesting thing.
Yeah, I think you get some like fashion lounges in there, like they're doing with hotels now and buildings. I would love to see that.
Oh,
I
that
give
would be
access to the Gucci lounge over here if you have a certain membership points. I think
But
it will blow up. I can see it already. It's already happening in hotels and spas. It would happen in lounges.
all I will say is whoever is working the door, and like I feel bad for them because there's going to be so much pushback.
Be like a nightclub. Like you ain't getting it.
Dude, totally. Yeah, you gotta have security and somebody like, I'm sorry, your credit card doesn't work here. It's not premium enough. Oh my gosh, love it. Okay, well, why don't we start?
Sounds like you have practice saying that.
What, I mean, me?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Remember, you were the hostess. I remember you turning people away.
Yeah. Your credit card doesn't work here. Yeah. That's what I say on all my dates. Kidding. I'm totally kidding. Real-time recap. Okay. You want to start with this?
Real-time recap. Where have I been? It's been a hectic couple of weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I got ones to share if you want me to get started.
Why don't you go get started here?
Yeah, I'll get started because I have some that are top of mind, actually. Last week when we did the show, I was doing it from the Ritz-Carlton Lake Tahoe. I want to do a shout out to them. I don't think I shared this last week. They actually gave me a bathing suit. So I went to the hotel. Totally did not think to bring a bathing suit. To be fair, I had a very quick turnaround and I was going there very specifically for TV segments. Normally my packing is a little bit more thorough, especially when I'm like, oh, I'm going to go all around and create all this content. But and then they have this beautiful warm pool overlooking the slopes. And I was like, oh my gosh, how did I not bring a bathing suit? And they gave me one, a really nice one from the gift shop. So that was shout out to them for helping make that happen. That was great. So definitely before we left, I was like, we got to shoot in the pool. I just give me the bathing suit. Like I can't not do that. We have to have some pool content. So huge shout out to them. And then the thing that I was kind of saying at the beginning, I just came back from Tulum and I was at Secrets Tulum. So that's part of all-inclusive resort. For those that know, that is part of the Hyatt's all-inclusive umbrella. Fantastic. They did a fantastic, this is my first time in Tulum, first time actually staying at a Secrets property. Their service was wonderful. I was speaking at an event called Confidant Connect Live for their highest performing travel advisors. So as their keynote speaker, and then we did a breakout on social media, super fun. But just the staff, they were great. They were solutions oriented. Everything was, let me figure it out, or yes. And so shout out to the team at Secrets Tulum. I absolutely want to go back. So amazing property. So check it out.
Thank you for giving me some time to think of mine. I have mine now.
Okay.
It was Art Basel and week here in Miami, Miami Beach and Art Miami. And what I love about it is one, I love the creativity because we get sometimes in our echo chamber of the same things we hear all the time. And when you walk into these galleries and then through the tents, you see all this imagination and creativity and the artists and the galleries putting on their best. But what I love even more is all the hospitality companies stepping up their game and bringing in local artists so that you can feel connected to them, that their restaurants are packed. The whole city is full. There's so many interesting people around. So just walk in the streets, everyone, at least for me, I know some people stand in the wrong lines. They don't know how to navigate the city at that time. If you have the right plan, people are just genuinely nice and are interested in showing you things and making sure you have a good time. So my shout out goes out to all the artists and hospitality companies in the city of Miami and Miami Beach for putting on a world-class event. It was awesome.
Oof. Every year. That is.
I love going. Now my kids are old enough to go, and like my daughter is 8 years old, and she's like, wow, it's so cool. I can make that better. Like they're seeing some of this contemporary art that's like abstract, right?
Cute.
You know? So they all both got home and were making their own art. So you're inspiring other artists and create creativity. So love it.
Oh, shout out to everybody there. That's awesome. That's a big deal.
Yeah, you got to come on down next time.
Yeah, I know. I haven't been yet. One of these years.
It'll be fun. You'll like it.
One of these years. All right, let's get to our hospitality quote. Is it in? Okay, right. Would you like to read it? I feel like I've done so much talking. You read it.
All right. To give real service, you must add something which cannot be bought or measured with money. And that is sincerity and integrity. and that's from
Ooh.
Douglas Adams. So sincerity and integrity. I like it. All right, that's just something you bring every day. You can be sincere and have integrity.
Yeah, I love this. Those are two of my favorite words. Integrity is probably my favorite word, because especially in the world of hospitality. And I mean, we're in this industry where there's guidelines, but there's no specific like rules on like X, like do this plus this equals this. Like it's not necessarily that straightforward. And the integrity, it comes like your intentions behind what you're doing is so critical. And
You have to have that hospitality heart. You have to want to take care of people, just
Yeah.
like they would be your family. And it's hard to with certain people. You're like, I do not want to help this person. Right? This
Yes.
jerk, get this
You're
person.
like,
I
yes.
can already picture some of them, but I still helped them as
my
best
God.
I could with
Try not to remember
sincerity.
that.
Maybe not sincerity, but integrity for sure. We'll see.
Yeah. Sure. Oh my gosh. I love that. That's a great quote. Nice
Yeah.
way to kind of wait.
I think
Is
good,
this
and
our
good way to
nice
end our last show of
Are we
2025.
ending the year with this?
Wait.
Yeah. So we talked about it ahead of time. This is actually going to be our last show for the year. With the holidays, everybody's got other things to focus on. So be it holiday parties, work, time with family. So focus on family. And then you can focus on your work family, us, in the new year. So are we everybody's work family? Is that what that is now?
I think so. Everyone tunes in. We love watching with all of you here. All the people
Yeah.
that come in every week. We see Lonnie and Jim here live all the time. And for all of you that did it this year, we appreciate you very much.
Mm-hmm.
We always have fun doing it. Sarah, I always have fun talking to you. I'm sure we'll chat a
Likewise.
little bit more later on during the year, before the end of the year. But
Yes.
I'll tell you, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And it's always a pleasure doing this with you.
Happy all the things. And on that, should we chime our bells?
Gong out.
Gong out. Love it.
Want to stop juggling spreadsheets, calendars, and a dozen apps just to run your rentals? Logify makes it easy. It's an all-in-one toolkit for hosts. Build a direct booking website, automate guest messaging, and keep all your channels in sync. Running your rental business your way has never been simpler. And for Good Morning Hospitality listeners, you can get 20% off any yearly plan with code GMH20. Just check the link in the show notes to get started today.